In the shadow of a colossal alien edifice, a solitary figure knelt, brushing away the dust of millennia with the tender touch of a sculptor revealing his masterpiece. The harsh light of the binary suns cast a stark contrast on the intricate carvings that adorned the ancient stone. Dr. Evelyn Castellanos, a renowned human archaeologist, had devoted her life to the study of lost civilizations. Her heart raced as she traced the glyphs with her trembling fingers, feeling the weight of eons beneath her fingertips. The ruins she had stumbled upon were not of human origin. They were the remnants of a culture so ancient that the very concept of time had lost all meaning. The structures that surrounded her stretched out like the fingers of a petrified giant, each one whispering secrets of a world long forgotten. The air was thick with the scent of ancient mysteries, and every step she took echoed through the silent corridors like a clarion call to the gods of a bygone era. Her team had been exploring the planet for weeks, documenting the flora and fauna that had reclaimed the alien city. But it was here, in this chamber, that she had found something extraordinary. An artifact unlike any she had ever seen. A crystalline sphere, pulsating with a soft, ethereal glow. The moment she had held it in her hand, she knew that her life's work was about to take a monumental leap. The sphere was not just a relic of a lost civilization. It was a gateway to their knowledge. As she peered into its depths, she saw flickers of images and heard whispers of a language she could not understand. But the patterns of thought, the logic behind the glyphs, they resonated with her, hinting at a universe of wisdom waiting to be unlocked. Evelyn's mind raced as she tried to piece together the puzzle before her. This was no mere artifact. It was a library, a treasure trove of forgotten knowledge. The secrets it held could revolutionize human understanding of the cosmos. Her excitement grew with every passing moment, and she knew that she had to share her discovery with the galaxy. With trembling hands, she activated the device she had brought with her, designed to interface with unknown alien technology. The sphere responded, the whispers growing louder, the images clearer. Her eyes widened in awe as she beheld the first pages of a story that had been lost to the sands of time. A story that could change the course of history. The artifact spoke to her, revealing the history of its creators, the Zalarians. A civilization that had once spanned the stars, leaving their mark on countless planets. But what had become of them? Why had they disappeared? The whispers grew more urgent, the images more vivid. It was as if the sphere was trying to convey a warning, a message that had been buried for eons. A chill ran down her spine as she realized the magnitude of her discovery. This was not just about understanding the past, it was about preventing a future catastrophe. Evelyn stood up, her eyes never leaving the sphere. She knew that she had to bring this knowledge back to the living, to those who could act upon it. The fate of the galaxy might just rest in her hands. Gently placing the sphere into a protective case, she turned to her team, their faces a mix of curiosity and anticipation. "We're not just archaeologists anymore," she said, her voice filled with resolve. "We're guardians of the Zalarian legacy. And it's our duty to make sure their story doesn't become our own." The team worked tirelessly, documenting the chamber and collecting artifacts. Each piece they uncovered was a puzzle piece to a grander picture, and together they began to assemble a narrative of a civilization that once thrived on the brink of divine understanding. They discovered remnants of technology that surpassed anything in the known galaxy, hinting at a society that had harnessed the very fabric of reality. As they worked, the whispers grew clearer, the images more defined. The Zalarians had been on the cusp of a monumental discovery, something that could have granted them immortality. But their hubris had led to their downfall. They had tampered with forces beyond their comprehension, unleashing a cataclysm that had wiped them out. The warnings in the sphere spoke of an ancient enemy, a cosmic force that threatened all sentient life. The implications of this revelation weighed heavily on Evelyn. If the Zolarians had succumbed to such a fate, what hope did the current civilizations have? But amidst the dread, there was also hope. The Zolarians had left behind clues to the nature of this enemy, and perhaps, a way to combat it. It was a quest that had been millennia in the making, and she was now the torchbearer. With her findings secured, Evelyn and her team left the planet, the once silent ruins now resonating with the echoes of a civilization reborn in their collective consciousness. The journey ahead was fraught with danger and intrigue, as they sought to decipher the sphere's secrets and share their discovery with the Galactic Council. The Council, a gathering of representatives from the most advanced species in the galaxy, was skeptical at first. But as Evelyn presented her findings, the gravity of the situation became clear. The Zolarian warnings were not just a historical footnote, they were a prelude to a potential galactic apocalypse. The news of the Zolarian prophecy spread like wildfire, igniting a fervor for knowledge and unity among the diverse species. Worlds that had been divided by politics and ideologies now found common ground in the face of a shared destiny. An unprecedented coalition was formed, pooling their resources and expertise to unravel the mystery of the sphere and prepare for the looming threat. Evelyn's discovery had not only revitalized the study of ancient civilizations, it had also sparked a new era of cooperation. As the research continued, so too did the sense of urgency. For deep within the crystalline heart of the sphere, the whispers grew louder, the images more vivid. The enemy was not a figment of a lost civilization's imagination. It was real, and it was coming. The archaeologist who had once sought to understand the past now found herself at the forefront of a race to save the future. With the fate of the galaxy hanging in the balance, she knew that every second counted. The Zolarians had left them a map to their salvation, but the path ahead was treacherous, laden with riddles and ancient enigmas. And so, with the weight of eons resting on her shoulders, Dr. Castellanos led the charge into the unknown, her team of scholars and scientists at her side. Together, they would uncover the secrets of the Zolarians and, hopefully, learn from their mistakes. The human who had uncovered the secrets of a forgotten civilization was now the key to the survival of countless others. The story of the Zolarians had become the story of humanity itself, a tale of knowledge and peril that would echo through the stars for millennia to come. The coalition grew stronger as more species joined their cause. The sphere's whispers had become a siren's call, a beacon of hope and a stark reminder of their shared vulnerability. The once isolated archaeological dig transformed into a bustling hub of intergalactic collaboration. Scientists from across the galaxy gathered to study the artifact, each bringing their unique perspective and technological prowess to the table. Evelyn's expertise in xenology was invaluable as they pieced together the puzzle. The Zolarian language, while ancient and complex, began to reveal its structure under her careful analysis. The images grew clearer, the whispers more coherent. They spoke of a cosmic force, a being that fed on the very essence of life and knowledge. It had been dormant for eons, but the Zolarians had unwittingly stirred it from its slumber. The coalition faced challenges as diverse as the species it united. Skeptics questioned the authenticity of the prophecy, seeking to use the chaos for their own ends. Spies and saboteurs infiltrated their ranks, eager to claim the Zolarian technology for themselves. Yet, amidst the turmoil, Evelyn remained steadfast, driven by a singular purpose: to save the galaxy from the fate that had befallen her lost friends. The sphere's warnings grew more urgent with each passing day. The whispers grew to a crescendo, revealing the enemy's approach. The time for preparation was almost at an end. The coalition pooled their knowledge and resources, developing new weapons and defenses based on the Zalarian blueprints. It was a race against the clock, a battle of wits and wisdom that would determine the fate of all sentient beings. In the final days before the enemy's arrival, Evelyn worked tirelessly, her eyes never leaving the glowing sphere. The Zalarians had left a key, a way to harness the power that had once been their downfall. If they could understand it, if they could master it, they might stand a chance. The day came, and with it, the enemy emerged from the shadows of the cosmos. A creature of unimaginable power, it loomed over the united worlds, a specter of doom. The coalition forces stood ready, their newfound unity a beacon of hope in the face of the encroaching darkness. As the battle commenced, Evelyn sat in the heart of the command center, her fingers dancing over an interface that sang with Zalarian technology. The whispers grew louder, guiding her hand. The weapon she had helped create, a synthesis of ancient knowledge and modern innovation, activated with a hum that resonated through the fabric of space itself. The sphere pulsed in time with her heartbeat, the whispers now a chant, a plea for salvation. The weapon fired, a beam of pure, concentrated knowledge, a weapon of light to combat the shadow that threatened to consume them all. The enemy paused, seemingly stunned by the unexpected defense. It was a moment of respite, a single heartbeat that felt like an eternity. The galaxy watched, holding its collective breath, as the beam of light struck the creature. And in that moment, the whispers fell silent. The sphere's glow dimmed, and the archaeologist felt a profound connection severed. The Zalarians had entrusted her with their legacy, and now it was her turn to carry the torch. The fate of the galaxy was in her hands, and she would not fail them. The enemy, reeling from the unexpected assault, began to retreat, its massive form dwindling into the distance. The coalition forces, emboldened by their victory, gave chase, determined to vanquish the ancient evil once and for all. They pursued the creature through the vast reaches of space, racing across star systems and planets, their resolve unbreakable. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The enemy continued to elude them, its movements impossible to predict. Evelyn, now hailed as a hero and a savior, remained at the forefront of the fight, her leadership guiding the coalition through the most dire of circumstances. She never forgot the sphere, the knowledge it had imparted, and the weight of responsibility that came with it. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, they cornered the creature on a desolate world, its surface scorched and barren from their relentless pursuit. The enemy, sensing its impending doom, lashed out with all its remaining strength, unleashing a devastating barrage of energy and matter. The coalition forces stood firm, their ranks holding fast against the onslaught. In the heart of the battle, Evelyn stood before the sphere, her hands outstretched. The whispers had returned, soft at first, but growing louder with each passing moment. She felt a surge of power course through her veins, a connection to something greater than herself. With a cry that echoed across the battlefield, she focused her energies, channeled the whispers, and unleashed them upon the enemy. The sphere's power swelled, engulfing her in a brilliant light. The enemy was thrown into disarray, its defenses crumbling beneath the onslaught of pure knowledge and will. And then, with a final triumphant pulse, the sphere vanished, its purpose fulfilled. The battle ended, the enemy destroyed, and the galaxy saved. The surviving forces looked to Evelyn, their leader, their savior. She smiled weakly, her hands still tingling from the release of power. "It's over," she said, her voice barely a whisper. "The Zalarians have given us their gift, and we have used it to save us all."